What's up YouTube? Robbie Vapes back again, and today this is actually my third video of the night. I've already done my bag of goodies video, I've done my trigger giveaway video. These will all be posted tonight, but of course as you're watching this, this is actually going to be out in about a week or so once I get the chance to fully review this. This of course today is the Tesla 2, which I'm so excited to bring you. I can't believe this thing. It's a tiny little unregulated box mod. It works in series. It is a beauty. I got to try one at the store. I really liked it. With that being said, you know what, I'm just going to stop talking, dive down and dirty with this thing, and let's check out what you get in the box. Alright YouTube, we are down and dirty with the Tesla 2. This is the box, comes in really nice packaging, very simple, very elegant, a little bit reflective, but that's okay. Tesla 2, here we go. Down at the bottom here, you can kind of see it. Just a little QR code down there. Little sticker up here as well. This is an unregulated box mod. It's very small. It's actually 4,000 milliamps, so which is surprising for the size. I'll get into more details as we open this up, but let's get down and dirty and dig into it and find out what we get in the box. Alright, so let's just get this thing open, get that plastic wrapper out of the way. We don't need that. Here it is. Nice little matte black finish. You can see that. Really nice. And let's take it out. There it is here. This is a Tesla 2. Let's take it out of the packaging. Really nice packaging actually, really nice box. Very soft. Look at like a felt interior to it, which is really nice. Let's put that off to the side though, we don't care about that. Here we go here. You can see the Tesla 1 is on the left hand side. The Tesla 2 is on the right hand side. Let's just dig in here and look at it. We have some main features here. I won't get into that too much, but the biggest thing here is a 4,000 milliamp battery. We also see that it's actually a series mod. I don't know if it says it anywhere in here, but that's kind of cool as well. Maximum output is 100 watts. Maximum output in voltage is 4.2 volts. Let's see here. Resistances is 0.1 to 3.5 ohms. That is crazy. Let's see. We'll move over here. You have some protection stuff down here. You can pause the video if you want to look at that. And we have the instructions: power on, power off, and the voltage indicating as well. On the back here, we have some charging instructions, which are very important. I will definitely read this before I actually plug it in and charge it. And some warnings as well, which are also very important, which we'll want to read as well. And again, I'll let you pause the video if you want to check it out. I'm going to read this off camera. You don't want to see me reading this while I'm doing this, but I'm going to be careful with what I say because I don't want to give away, or I don't want to give any wrong ideas on this one. Let's just dig into this packaging here and open it up. Now, as you can see, this thing is tiny. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this thing. Just for size comparison, I actually have my iStick 10 watt here. I mean, you can see here it's actually relatively small. Compared to the iStick 50 watt, I believe it's actually smaller than the iStick 50, which is really nice. We have the power button here, so it's 5 clicks to turn it on, and it's 5 clicks to turn it off. 510 connection. Everything here I believe is silver or stainless steel. Let me just double check that here. The outside body is actually aluminum, and I believe the connection is a copper-plated silver. So it's a spring-loaded copper-plated silver, which is really nice. And again, there's the charging port right down here. You can see that input. Hopefully I can get it to focus a little bit more. Input 5 volts 1 amp, and again output is 4.2 volts, and lowest resistance is 0.1, max power is 100 watts, and of course 4,000 milliamps battery, which is just nuts. So that's pretty much the device here. I'm going to vape in it for about a week, and then I'll let you know my final thoughts on this thing, but I cannot wait to get this thing started and try it out. This is going to be a blast. I'm going to have to read the instructions a little bit more as well, which I'll go over in my full review here coming up in, well, for you guys it'll be real time, for me it'll be about a week. So I'll go over these, make sure I mention them in the end of this video just to give some safety instructions, things like that, do a quick summary on those, and yeah, so that is the Tesla 2. And again, this thing is so cool, and it's so small too. I mean, this thing is just, it's amazing how small they're making these things now. Anyways, that being said, and there's the iStick 10 watt for comparison. I mean, this is cool. Anyways, with that being said, I will see you in a second and give you my final thoughts on this thing. Until Alright, we are back YouTube. We are talking about the Tesla 2 final thoughts. I gotta tell you guys, first of all, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat, I love this thing. Okay, the battery life in this is far superior to anything else, and I mean anything else I've ever had. To give you an idea, the first day I got it, I fully charged it, of course, and I used it, and when I used it, I got a full day, plus a full night, plus a full work day the next day, and it finally died at 5:45 p.m. Now we're talking from 7 a.m. the day before. That is nuts, okay? But it gets better, okay? Because I put in the charger, and you know how long it takes to charge this little guy? 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours fully charged. I mean, that alone, the battery life is absolutely intense. I cannot stress it enough. As far as the power goes, I mean, just look at this, guys. Look at that vapor. That is some good vapor production right there, okay? This thing is a beast. I love this thing. And the size of it, it fits in your pocket. It's easy to carry around with you. I can't wait to use this. I'm going on a bit of a road trip here in August. I'm going to be driving for 36 hours straight. I will definitely be carrying this with me on that road trip if I can get that kind of battery life out of it. Now this is a 0.2 ohm coil as well. And I also switched it out just to increase the power outage on it with my my Royal Hunter RDA at 0.16 ohms during that stretch. So again, that's between 0.16 and 2 ohms from 7 a.m. one day to 5:45 p.m. the next night. Absolutely insane, okay? Let's talk about some of the features I didn't talk about in the unboxing. The power on off. Click this button 5 times and it should turn off. You'll see it blink a couple times, then it turns off. Click it 5 times. Turns on. Again, same thing, blinking. I don't know if you caught that. It's pretty quick. As far as when it has low battery, it'll flash and it'll actually display in red when you hit this button instead of going blue. Again, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's awesome. I mean, when it flashes red, you probably have about an hour or so left, maybe an hour and a half to push it with a 0.2 ohm coil on it. But it stays blue for a long time, guys. This thing is amazing, okay? I cannot tell you how highly I recommend this thing. And the price point, $70 Canadian, which I would imagine is somewhere between 50 and 60 US. How can you go wrong with it? It's as good, if not, well actually it's better battery life than the iStick 50 watt, and it definitely hits a lot harder as well because it's a lot stronger. It has a max output of 100 watts, which is more than enough for me. The overall experience with it, I mean, it fits nice in the hand. The charging time, the battery life, all of that is good stuff. The build qualityness is really good. The only con I have, and this is being hugely nitpicky, guys. I mean, this isn't a big deal. For the most part, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But on occasion, if you wiggle it around your pocket or whatever, I'm going to take this tank off so there's no obstruction here. But the only thing I can think of is the button has a slight rattle to it. And that's me shaking it pretty hard. The other thing that some people may consider a con, I don't really care too much, but I know some people do, is if you see just a little tiny gap in between the clear tank, or the clearomizer in this case, or the sub-ohm tank, and the device itself, it's very small. It's probably about 0.5 millimeter. You don't really notice it when you're vaping. You have to kind of look close at it. And it does have that slight raised connection pin as well, or not the pin itself, but the connection plate around the pin, I should say. Apart from that, I love this thing, and even with those being said, I think everyone needs to get one of these. I cannot tell you how much I like this. It's an absolute beast. It produces vapor like it's going out of style, and it'll drink your juice in no time. I probably fill my Magnus tank up probably 3 or 4 times a day now because of this thing, and again, I can vape it all day the next day too without a charge. So all in all, I mean, overall recommendations, do I recommend it? Yes. What would I rather have, the $70 or my money back? In this case, it's obvious. I want this device all day long. I would buy 3 of these if I could. Just to have, I would never have to worry about charging battery again. Like, it's that good. And it's not just the battery life, it's how it performs at that kind of battery life. We're talking 0.2 ohms, 0.16 ohms. It's nuts. To give you an idea, I actually tested it with just the Magnus on the 0.2 ohm coil, and I got until 8:45 no, sorry, it was until about 8 p.m. the next day. So again, this is 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. this time, only using the Magnus. I still was showing blue. I decided to push my luck. I threw on the Royal Hunter at about 8 p.m. and within about an hour it died. Now, that's of course coincidence because I'd been running it for so long already, but it goes to show you if you're using like these 0.2 or even 0.5 ohm coils, you're going to get a ton of battery life on it. Now I guess that brings me to another point, is the Magnus with the 0.5 ohm coils, we all know doesn't perform very well under 50 watts, even with the 0.5 ohm coils in there. And it's the same on this. Because it's unregulated, you're basically at the mercy of 0.5, and well, you're basically at the mercy of Ohm's law, really. And it's not going to perform super well with a 0.5 ohm coil. I do recommend using a 0.2 ohm coil. And again, it's not like you're losing battery life out of this thing at 0.2 ohms. You're getting a ton of battery life, and I cannot stress it enough. Overall, like I said, I recommend it. I think everyone should have one of these. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. It has replaced my Sigelli. It's replaced my IPv4, which I guess a quick note on that. The reason why I haven't released my IPv4 video yet, the review, is because mine broke. And that's because I'm an idiot. I tried to do the, actually I have it off to the side here. I tried to do the whole scrape the screen kind of thing so it's not mirrored finish anymore. And the screen was pretty blurry, but I could live with that. And then all of a sudden I left it alone for a couple days. I went to use it again, and now it has a short somewhere, which is basically if I put a tank on here and I put batteries in, it starts heating up right around this connection point. So it's definitely got a short there. It's pretty dangerous. I'm not going to be using it anymore. And that's why I haven't done the review on it, and there probably won't be a review on that, to be honest. Just because I don't feel safe doing a review on it, even if it's just going over some features that were available. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. This is about the Tesla 2. I recommend it. I think everybody should have one of these. And that's all I have to say. Until next time, YouTube, happy vaping.